Welcome back to Hair Transplant, guys. We have an amazing episode for you today. First off, I'm going to be doing my first big giveaway on here for the fans, and I'm going to tell you about that in a second. How to win, it's super easy. You're going to just have to comment below. That's a sneak peek. But we're also doing the 3-month update for my hair transplant. I'm going to get up close and personal and do video to show you what I look like. I'm also going to show photos later. And we're going to talk about all of the places that I'm unhappy about and happy about and where we're at in the journey for this new hair transplant, okay? But before I go in depth on that 3-month update, which is basically the end of the ugly duckling stage, which is great news for me because the next few months are going to be good. But the SMP, guys, awesome. So if you've ever looked at SMP, a lot of people have asked me about where I recommend going and how to choose people. And a lot of that is based on your preferences of what you like your head to look like, right? And the guy I'm going to show you on screen, I'll put some pictures up. This is Magic Mike. He is from Magic Inc. SMP. He is awesome. Look at his work. Man, it looks so good. Honest to God, if you have had a hair transplant and you have done FUE or FUT, dude, you should be getting an SMP done from a good doctor, or sorry, not a good doctor, from a good artist, because you can literally then do any haircut you want, which is really awesome. If you want to add density to the top of your head, you can do that too with SMP, and that looks awesome too. But the donor area, I think, for everyone here that's getting hair transplants is a super useful thing because, as you know, once you get a lot of grass taken out, you can't go below a 2 or a 3 on the sides, depending on how it looks, before it starts to become noticeable that you've had hair removed. So if you want to be able to go to like a full like high fade and make it look perfect, and or do designs that you cut to the skin on, you need to go ahead and get SMP done. But it's great this exists. If you want to win, guys, what you will win is basically the opportunity to let me film you, and I will be posting it on this and what you look like before and after, of course. We can always change your name and stuff for privacy, but you will be showing your head at minimum and ideally your face, but we can discuss that. But it would be 50% off, and that would just be for one person that wants to go. I do have good news for you, though. Anyone else that does want to go to him, I did go ahead and talk to him, and basically anyone that comes from me and says they came from me or says my code will get a nice discount too. So all you have to say is code ELITE30, and you'll get 30% off your SMP when you go to him. And as I said before, guys, it costs anywhere from about $1,000 to $4,000 to get it done. And it just depends on, how small area you're doing. If you're doing like the whole head, including the sides, or you're just doing just a scar cover up, or you're doing the entire thing, it changes the price as how much work it is, right? So it's pretty fair, especially when you take a 30%, savings. Pretty awesome. Make sure you use that. That'll help you out. And I'm actually gonna be going to talk to doctors hopefully soon and ask them to give like free PRP or extra grass or discounts for fans too. And I'll be doing some videos following people's journeys from different doctors. So if any of you have had a hair transplant recently and would be cool sharing your journey live, I'd love to film that. Just, comment below. But again, if you want to win the SMP 50% off, comment below, and I'm going to be filming that the next month with somebody, one of the winners, hopefully. You guys are excited for all this. But besides that, guys, let's go ahead and get right into my 3-month update. All right? Oh, and I'm silly. I actually, as you guys know, I have my own hair fiber company, which is a little bit of a little pro shout out for myself. But guys, if you are not sure if you want to get SMP, there is a cool test you can do with the hair fibers. And since it is Valentine's Day, for the next few weeks here, we have VDAY 35, VDAY 35 for 35% off the entire website at elitehairfibers.com. But basically, guys, if you have never used hair fibers, but you have thinning hair and you're thinking about using, getting SMP, you can actually use the hair fibers to see if you like the density. And it's a similar effect. It's just a lot more work versus an SMP, but obviously SMP is more expensive. There's pros and cons, and into a video in the next week, I'll actually go over all the pros and cons of SMP and of course, hair fibers. And that'll be a fun little comparison video. So stay tuned for that. But for the 3-month update, guys, thank you for being patient. Here it is. As you can see, I'll go ahead and get a little close. My hair's a little messy, but yeah, I guess by the way, as always, you can see, well, actually that's cool. You can't see it. There's a ring light on in front of me. So you have a ring light in front of me. I have overhead lighting too, which you can obviously see in the picture behind me. But the hair looks good. Obviously, it has like curls in it, so some parts look thicker and thinner. But I still have a lot of like, I don't think you can hear it. Maybe you can. Who knows? Hopefully you can. But you can actually hear the bristles. So I have a lot of hair still coming back in. I had a lot of shedding since I am at 3 months. I had a lot of shedding throughout everywhere in the head, and maybe that was also partially stress from work. But as you can see here, and actually let me go ahead and do this for you. I'll do a comb up close. Let's do this side first, so you can see it all, right? And then this way, pull it down. But overall, I'm very happy where we're at right now. On a normal day-to-day basis, I look really good just waking up. And yeah, I'll show you the top in a second. Let's go ahead and do the donor area because everyone's always curious about that, right? It's a little messy right now, but basically, if you were to go ahead and comb it nicely and get it all in order, even with the fact that I've had a lot of shedding and I can actually feel bristles on the sides of my head and the back, which means hair is starting to come back in from the trauma of the transplant. And that takes months, obviously. It's going to take the whole year to get fully back to normal. We're already looking at 3 months really good. So let's go ahead and get the back of my head real quick for you guys. All right. And I'm going to show photos up on screen in a second, but I want to get like a high intensity dual light system so you can see what we're looking at here from a couple angles. And then, of course, the opposite side. But overall, guys, I'm very happy with how we healed. My donor is still quite strong. It's obviously not what it was 7,500 grafts ago, but it doesn't matter because it looks amazing. And, you know, I'm sure once a year goes by and we have all the, like, you know, healing happen and the shedding stops, I think we're going to see a pretty ridiculously strong donor area considering where we're at. And I think Dr. Penny was probably right. We'll probably have between, I don't know, you know, 1,000 and 2,500 grafts left in my donor, you know, before it's, you know, unable to be taken more. And that'll allow for us to do the final step, which will be to add density to anywhere that's a little weak or to actually fill in the crown fully. Because this time we did the crown very lightly, okay? So I'm going to show you this like this. Hopefully you can see. And obviously, hair was put in all throughout here and into the mid area, especially the mid area. This last 2 surgeries, the middle area was done. Basically, the second surgery we did a lot in the front and here. And the third surgery we did through the center and into the crown lightly. And, you know, I'm going to show you from the back. Hopefully you can see. But yeah, obviously we have some dots here and it's starting to come back in. We're just starting to see it, okay? So we have a long journey to go here, guys. If you don't know, crown does take extra time, all right? So the crown takes typically about 18 months for full results, unlike 12 months for, you know, the front. So in the next 12 months, the front should look just like spot on. And the mid-ground should also look extremely good. It'll be a little less dense than the front, but it should have pretty strong density. And then the crown will be weak, but it'll have some density compared to where it's at. So at that point, what we'll end up doing is probably going back in for one final touch and basically adding in some grafts to the crown to, you know, add density. There's a reason we did this. We wanted to basically make this look as natural as possible because we're planning for hair loss. And basically, I'm on no finasteride, nothing. And I just started a couple days ago taking minoxidil every other day. And I'll go to every day at the end of this weekend. I'll start for next week every day. And then what I'll do is after a week, I'll update you on side effects, make sure there's none. I'm being cautious because I had bad side effects with finasteride. So obviously we're good. But so far, using it 3 times, I have not had any side effects this week. I've used it 3 times over the course of the week. And yeah, so that's my update on the first week. But next week will be my first solid week using it every day. And I'm sure I won't have any side effects, but I'll update you guys. And I'll talk about why I'm using it over the topical in a video too. So we do have a lot of content coming out. Sorry for any delays, guys. I got engaged. So I've been very busy over the last few months with the holidays, with my advertising company at the end of the year, and then with trying to build the hair fiber company and just working basically 80-hour plus weeks and seeing family and friends and, you know, traveling and, you know, getting engaged. So hopefully you guys are loving the channel. Make sure you stay subscribed because we're actually this next year going to put in a ton of work And hopefully we're going to actually follow a bunch of people's journeys too, besides my own, because I want to start showing you guys other doctors' hair transplants and other people's journeys. So that'll be fun. It's going to be all just results based. So that'll be good for you guys. But yeah, besides for the fact of, the photos I'll throw on screen right now so you can see just a different perspective of my hair, I'm going to just recap. If you guys want to, comment below to get 50% off and go to Magic Mike, and we'll choose a winner that's serious from the comments below in the next week or so. And then also, I'll just choose a random person or whoever comments the most on all my videos. That might be it. If someone seriously is always active on here and comments and says they want to be it, I'll give it to them. Otherwise, if it's just people I don't know, I'll just randomly put you guys in a list on an automated thing it chooses, and we'll do it that way. Okay. So thank you so much for all your support, guys. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned. I'm seeing Dr. Panine on the 11th. So we'll be doing it'll be almost 3.5 months by the time that video comes out. And yeah, we'll see you then.